Saben lead with a rise and rip, young man. The smile from the Phoenix native. Saben sets, fires, connects. All alone in the forecourt. Lee will go up and throw it down.
Man, thanks for doing this. Thanks for coming back to your alma mater. What is it like being in this gym, and when was the last time you were here?
It definitely brings back some memories. Last time I was here probably was, when I was in high school, so 2017, just playing. But yeah, walking in, seeing the gym, seeing the banners up, it definitely brings a lot of good memories.
So you haven't been back since you played here. I mean, you've been busy,
Yeah.
went to Vanderbilt and bouncing around the NBA. So this got to be pretty cool to be back on the floor. And yeah, like you said, to see that banner.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm just grateful for this experience, being able to be here, talk with you guys, and be back here at my high school.
How did you fall in love with basketball? I mean, your dad, we'll talk about your dad quite a bit,
Yeah.
former NFL player.
Yeah.
But how did it become basketball for you instead of football or another sport?
I played a lot of sports when I was younger. I played football, soccer, obviously basketball, and I felt like that was probably just the one I fell in love with the most. My dad, obviously he played in the NFL, but he would tell me that he liked basketball a lot too, but football picked up for him earlier. But just, yeah, basketball, I just fell in love with it at a young age.
So your dad, Amp Lee, star at Florida State, you mentioned played in the NFL. So he caught Joe Montana's last touchdown pass with the 49ers.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Does he talk about that a lot?
Yeah, he talks about it a lot of times. So it's crazy because obviously that's my dad, that's my old man. But he's always like, yeah, I used to do it back in the day. And I'm like, all right. But like whenever people would talk to me and be like, yeah, your dad's Amp Lee, I'm like, all right, I guess he actually was doing something back then. So I'll watch some highlights and see his plays and like, okay, he has some game to him.
Let's go back to your Corona del Sol days. You had some big games. You had a 39-point game, I think, against Cesar Chavez, which vaulted you guys into the finals. As you look back on your career here at Corona del Sol, that game jumps out, and what else?
We had a lot of like high-level games. We had a lot of, we probably had like 6 to 8 D1 players on our high school team. We won 4 state championships in a row. So just night in and night out, we're having a sold-out arena. Just the crowd's into it. Everyone wants to beat Corona, a lot of rivalries. So just those moments were always good for me. Just the rivalries, the fans, and then obviously just being there with my teammates and just, being able to go to battle with them every night was it for sure.
Let's tick off some of the names of players that you were teammates with here at Corona. Starting probably Bagley, one of the biggest names. Barcelo. There were some guys that really went on and have done some good things either in college or in the NBA.
Yeah, we had a lot of great talent. Like you said, Marvin, Barcelo, Cassius Pete, Casey Benson was the year before me, but still at a high level. Dane Kuiper. So yeah, we had a lot of talent that went on and showed why we were who we were back then, in high school. But yeah, a lot of great talent coming out of Corona.
So you're probably, 6 or 7 years old when 7 seconds or less with the Suns is going on with Nash and Marion and Amari. Do you have memories of that even at that young age and then going to Suns games while you were growing up here in Phoenix?
Yeah, definitely. Just seeing the Suns, especially when they were rocking, seeing the Valley supporting, rallying behind them. And then just going to games, seeing the fans getting into it. And just, I feel like we have a really good fan base here. Everyone comes out, almost sold out all the time. And they just want to see us succeed. And you always feel that energy when you step on the court for sure.
So your journey back here to Phoenix with the Suns, you bounced around. I think you got waived or traded 4 to 5 times in a span of like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Well, how excruciating is that?
Yeah, it's definitely it's a tough experience to go through. But I've gone through adversity my whole life. And I always figured like whatever I'm going through is definitely going to work out, and that's what I'm supposed to go through. I couldn't have asked for it to work out any better way, to be back home, playing for the home team, home crowd, being able to spend time with my family here and there. So it's definitely a great experience.
Beyond the Court is presented by Opendoor. Sell your home the new fashioned way.
Meanwhile, Saben Lee steps in the passing lane, gets a steal. 2-on-1 with Damian Lee. Around the back pass, he'll lay it in. What a feed from Saben, who got the steal and then the assist.
I have some footage that I know you've seen before because you are the author of these dunks. So this was in Calgary. This was like a showcase tournament and a dunk contest. This place is packed.
Yeah.
And you put on a show. What was going on?
So yeah, it was a little showcase that they had in Calgary, and it was a tournament, but they also had like a slam dunk competition with it. And I wasn't gonna do it at first, but all my teammates and our coach was like, "No, you need to do it." One, obviously, it helps the program, the club team, and then just to have fun with the kids and everything. But I ended up having a great time. I did a couple dunks that I didn't know I could do until like my teammates gave me some ideas. But it was a great experience. I actually didn't end up winning it. I got second. Yeah, I got second. They had like, cause I don't know, in Canada, I guess like the ages are different. So they had like an older kid. He did like volleyball, and he was a great jumper, and he was doing all crazy dunks and everything. But no, it was a great moment for sure.
It was kind of like Rucker Park, where like just all the fans
stormed the car. No security, anything, just everybody.
Exactly.
It was cool.
Now we vault ahead to the Suns game in Boston, a stunning win, by the way, and then that dunk.
Pass knocked away by Grant Williams. Scramble for the loose ball. Suns get it. Saben Lee with a rise and rip, young man.
I mean, you just hanging on the rim, kicking up the feet.
Yeah,
what was going through your mind at that point?
I just saw when they saved the ball, the lane kind of opened up. I knew I was going to have an opportunity to get a good dunk in, good jump in. But it's funny, coach was actually, he was worried I was going to get a tech because I was hanging on the rim. It was cool getting the guys, fired up and everything, and leading into the fourth, just being able to get the win. It was definitely a great experience. But yeah, I was hyped for sure. A little too excited. That's why coach wanted me to get off the rim.
Is that your best dunk? NBA dunk for sure.
Yeah, I'll probably say NBA dunk for sure. Yeah, that probably was my best one.
Now we've got a couple of near posters. I mean, just came very close to just dunking right on the head of Vucevic, and then Krichev with Atlanta.
Yeah, I was mad I didn't get this one down.
Saben Lee winding up with bad intentions. He'll be fouled on his way to the rack. Newly signed two-way player for the Suns, hometown product.
Especially like a lot of people don't really know that I can jump the way that I can. But yeah, I definitely wanted to get this one. This I think was like right after I signed my like second 10 days, so it would have been nice to get some momentum going for sure. But yeah, I definitely wish I could have got this one down and got the crowd rocking with this one. Yeah, that was. Dang. This was actually the first time I've seen this one, so I'm mad I missed this one. This one would have been a good one.
Really?
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to find on YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, searching for that. But again, it just kind of shows your no fear attitude. Is that always how you approach a game?
Yeah, definitely. I'm kind of like, my mentality is like, whenever I'm competing or in the game, is you're going to have to show me. So like, regardless of what your reputation is or who you are or known as, when I'm competing, you're going to have to prove it to me. So that's kind of my mindset whenever I'm competing.
Those are some angry dunk attempts. And you talked about Russell Westbrook. I mean, that guy plays with fire and anger. Is that where it started?
Yeah, I feel like just watching his highlights growing up and the way he attacks the rim and plays kind of with like a pissed off attitude, I kind of like that.
Good shape. Here is Saben Lee. Done a nice job. Got the contact. Still managed to get the bucket without being knocked out of bounds.
All right, here's the Vooch. The Vooch attempt.
Yeah, I'm mad I didn't get this one down for sure. Especially because this was my rookie year. I just started, this was like maybe like my second game getting like some real minutes. So if I would have got this one down, it definitely would have, I feel like I would have, got a couple more minutes going down the stretch. But yeah, I was mad I didn't get this one down for sure. This probably would have been one of my best dunks, I feel like.
Finally, just the thrill for you personally to suit up in a Suns uniform, be able to have your dad at the games.
Yeah.
I know you have some other family and friends, and just thinking about it started here in Corona, and probably even before that, but now here you are playing at Footprint Center with family and friends there.
Yeah, it's a great experience. Every time I run out on the court, get to see all the fans and see like the kids courtside, like I remember that being me and wanting to be able to put on the Suns jersey and play for the hometown. So it's a surreal feeling every time I get to suit up and run out on the court. I'm extremely grateful for it.